This ZZ plant is leaning over, so I'm going to show you how to fix it. The customer has even tried to tie it up with this little string right here. I'm going to show you exactly why this happens and how to fix it. But first of all, I am Tanner the Planter, author of For the Love of Houseplants, a really great beginner guide to growing houseplants if you want to know everything you need to know without guessing about lighting or watering, repotting, soil, all the things, troubleshooting, pests. It's all right here in this book. This is a really common occurrence with ZZ plants because they are really great at being low light tolerant, but they are not no light tolerant. But I can tell this is being put in very low light beyond what would be considered like normal ranges, which would be about 100-foot candles is the least that I would go to. And it's just a very weak sort of etiolated plant. You can see how it's very stretched out in between the internodes. There's so much space in between each one of these. Before we get too far into this, let me show you the supplies that you're going to need. You're going to need some sort of cactus or succulent soil. This is the one that I use right here. You can get it on the Tanner the Planter app. You're going to need some sort of nursery pot if you're going to do a repot. Now, we may be keeping this in the same size pot. We may be going down, we may be going up. We really have to assess the health of the roots first, which we're about to get into. And totally optional, but you're going to want to use some sort of Bigfoot mycorrhizae, either the concentrate, the gold, or the granular. This is massively going to reduce the transplant shock. It's going to help the plant avoid root rot, uptake more water and nutrients, whole bunch of great things. Highly recommend these guys. Also, some scissors are always good to have around, some nice sharp pruners, if you will, and some rubbing alcohol. This is just isopropyl alcohol, 70%. You can use 90% as well, but this is for sterilization in case we have to cut off any roots. I always find it to be a more manageable task when I just have everything that I need. So let's go in and assess the health of the roots. I'm gonna use this little guy here to sort of break up the root ball. And when it's really nice and crunchy like this, I have one other little tip, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this right now because this is very, very hard, very dehydrated. Let's get it into some water. And this actually has that Bigfoot concentrate just kind of sprinkled in it already. So we're gonna get a 2-for-1 special right here. We're gonna inoculate the roots, and we're also going to get that soil off a lot easier. So I'm just gonna let this soak for about 5 minutes, and then we'll be right back. Okay, after sitting in the mycorrhizae for a little while, this soil should come off much, much easier. There we go. We can see it just coming right off of there, no problem. Now, when you're doing this project, it's not imperative that you get every speck of soil off of the plant. If you want to, you can always take it outside to the hose as long as it's above 50 degrees Fahrenheit and hose off this root ball until you do get all of that soil off. But this is a pretty decent soil already, so I'm not too concerned with a full 100% soil refresh. You can also take it into your bowl over here and you can swish it around as well. That'll get some of that excess soil off, but I think this is more than enough for a good repot. So what we're looking for here is good root development. Now, because we don't have a whole lot of root rot going on, this tells me that my initial suspicions were correct. It's just the fact that the plant is getting overly leggy that's causing it to lean over. Because it's searching for sunlight, it's going to lean towards the closest available sunlight. The only thing that we can really do from this point on, you have a couple of options. One thing you can do is cut back the plant entirely. If you are adamant that the entire plant needs to be really nice and full and upright, then the only thing you can do is cut it back at this point and have it regrow under proper lighting, and in that way it's going to stay nice and compact instead of leggy and leaned over. The other thing that you can do, if you just want the future growth to become more upright and straight and not leaning over, is you can replant it so it's nice and upright and then introduce a more intense light so that it doesn't have to lean to find a lighting scenario. But because we do have such a healthy root system without any mushiness, everything is nice and firm and the right color, we can actually get this into a larger pot. I'm gonna go from a 6-inch pot to an 8-inch pot. You can see it's not much of an increase in pot size, but this is especially important when you're keeping houseplants to only go up 1 to 2 inches larger in root ball diameter. And it's especially important when you're dealing with a plant that has such a great ability to store water. These are kind of like succulents, right? They store a little bit of water in their thick leaves up here. They also have some nice little water storage in these thick stems, and also these beautiful rhizomes that you can find all throughout the soil that kind of look like little potatoes. They're also going to store water and nutrients. So anytime you have all those points of water storage, you're going to want to use a pot that, yes, has drainage, but you're also going to want to keep the pot pretty tight around the root ball. So we're just going to give it a little bit of extra room to grow here, and we're going to use our cactus candy. You want to use a really fast draining material as well whenever you're dealing with a succulent type plant. It's got a nice little bed of it down there, and we can place it in there, make sure all the roots are in, and then you're just going to backfill. Nothing too crazy about this. Now sometimes you can use a little chopstick or a little piece of wood right here to work the soil in and around the roots right there. And all the while I'm kind of keeping the plant more upright like this so it doesn't fall over. Use your fingers to sort of press in and around the root ball as well to keep the plant upright, but not so much that you're going to be breaking any of those precious roots. Another thing you can do is slap that pot. And in that way, that'll settle the soil in and around the roots and keep the plant nice and upright. So now you're gonna give this plant a full soak, full and thorough saturation. Saturate every speck of soil in that pot. If you want your ZZ plant, or any plant for that matter, to grow more upright and stop leaning, you have to put it in brighter light. These plants will survive in low light, which is about 100-foot candles of light, but they will do best in bright light, which is going to be 1,000-foot candles of light when you measure it with a foot candle meter. If you do not have a foot candle meter yet, a light meter that reads foot candles, stop guessing on your plant care, get yourself a light meter. It will solve a lot of your problems knowing what type of light you have. Now, as the plant is kept in that brighter light for longer periods of time, the stems, everything is going to get healthier and it's going to be able to stand upright on its own. So at that point, they can cut this little string off. But for now, while the plant is still trying to gain some strength, leave the string on. That's going to act as a little bit of a splint. You could also use a stake, but other than that, you guys, that's how you fix a leaning ZZ plant.